Why is there so much hate towards Kai Sotto, especially coming from his fellow Filipino people? Ever since he went undrafted in the NBA draft in 2021, Kai Sotto went from the most loved basketball player in the Philippines to the most hated one. Today we will talk about 4 major things on why Kai Sotto is getting so much hate from his fellow countrymen. The 4th one can potentially be the most painful one, and it might be even a MMK type of material, maybe in the next episode. So let me know and comment down below if the 4th one is MMK material or not. Speaking of the comment section, guys, don't be afraid to share your opinion and comment down below based on why a lot of people are hating on Kai Sotto, because I truly want to know why there's so much hate towards this young man. If you haven't done so, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification button, as I will be making videos for you guys every week. And now, let's get to it. Let's start with number 1. Filipinos, for the most part, are very passionate people. No matter what they do or who they are with, whether that's friendship or relationship romantically, and Filipinos are very passionate about basketball, especially towards Filipino basketball players that are doing something that never been done before, like what Kai Sotto has been doing, is going overseas and trying to be the firstborn Filipino basketball player that plays in the NBA. Because of this same passion that Filipinos feel about Kai Sotto, that passion can easily turn into hate because, Filipinos got their own standards towards him. And when Kai Sotto doesn't meet those standards, the basher starts coming in, and they're coming all over the place, all over the world. And us Filipinos, we're very opinionated about every damn thing. Like, if we see a dog not walking properly on the streets, you damn right we're gonna say something about that damn dog not walking properly. Like, we gonna make fun the hell out of that damn dog. It's just unfortunate that the dog in this situation is Kai Sotto. And when it comes to basketball, it seems like every Filipino around the world becomes an expert at it. Like, yes, we're very passionate about basketball, but damn, everybody ain't an expert at it like that. Like, have you guys seen the comment section when there's a video about Kai Sotto? Like, I would read the craziest things like, for me, idol, he needs to work on his balance because, every time he shoot, it's very unbalanced. Like, what the hell is that, man? Like, all of a sudden, everybody becomes something that they're not, like an athletic trainer or something. Like, dude, like, you're an OFW somewhere in Saudi Arabia, and nothing wrong with that, but you out here just became a balance expert. Okay, enough with that, and let's move on to number 2 reason why Filipinos are hating on Kai Sotto. Number 2 would be our own expectations towards him. As I mentioned earlier, the NBA draft in 2021, when Kai Sotto didn't get drafted, that's when majority of the hate started building up and started coming out. Like, a lot of Filipinos did expect Kai Sotto to get drafted, at least in the 2nd round or something. Because of that situation, many people felt like they were failed by Kai Sotto by not meeting their own expectation. Like, poor Kai, he has to meet these people, other people's standards that he hasn't even met. He doesn't even know these people. Yes, they are his supporters, but the only expectation that Kai Sotto needs to meet is within himself. Like, he doesn't have to please anyone or meet anybody's expectation outside himself. But unfortunately, people get emotional and they want to be heard. So they go straight to the comment section and let people know how they feel about Kai Sotto's somewhat failure or not getting drafted to the NBA. And now let's move on to the 3rd reason. And that would be us Filipinos looking for the next Filipino icon, similar to a Manny Pacquiao-like persona. Now that Manny Pacquiao is basically retired from boxing, Filipinos are looking for someone that they can cheer on and they can be proud about as Filipinos, especially in the world stage. Yes, Kai Sotto is doing great in Japan and stuff, especially the past season. I think that was the best season he ever had, but that's just in Japan and Asia. Having that Manny Pacquiao-like figure representing Philippines, like, do you guys remember that time when Pacquiao was just beating everybody up? I'm not gonna lie to you, that was probably one of the best times to be Filipino. From having big gatherings every time Manny Pacquiao fought and then celebrating his big victories, that was a huge part of my childhood growing up. And us Filipinos, we naturally love gatherings. Like, we just love being around each other and just having fun. And then especially cheering on another Filipino that's doing big things on the big stage worldwide. Comment down below if you have any great stories about those times when we had those big gatherings every time Pacquiao fought. Or it doesn't have to be a great story. Like, it could be like a crazy savage stories that the Titos and the Titas are just straight arguing with each other and being personal. You know, we seen those type of arguments before during Pacquiao fights. Like, share that, and you know, I want to hear that. And now imagine those gatherings happening because of Kai Sotto playing a big game in the playoffs or in the NBA finals. Like, we Filipinos are hungry for those moments again to, you know, to cheer on someone that's putting us on and putting the world on notice that, yeah, we here again. And Kai Sotto not being drafted in the NBA or not playing in the NBA right now, those gatherings low-key kind of got pushed or got delayed for now at least. This situation is a great segue to our fourth and last reason why Filipinos are hating on Kai Sotto, and that is Filipinos are very hungry on seeing the firstborn Filipino player to get drafted or just play in the NBA. Like, gutom na gutom talaga ang mga Filipino to see that firstborn Filipino NBA player. Yes, we have Jordan Clarkson, who plays for the national team of the Philippines, and we have Jalen Green, but they were born and raised in the United States. Now, I'm not saying they're less of a Filipino because of that, but it's always going to be different when someone makes it to the NBA and was born and raised in Philippines. Someone that had to deal with the poverty and the corruption that in a daily basis that Filipinos deal with in Philippines. Why do you think people connected with Manny Pacquiao more? Because he had to deal with all that stuff early in his life, and then he was able to make a great impact in the world stage. So imagine if Kai Sotto ever got drafted in the NBA back in 2021, becoming the firstborn Filipino NBA player. You know how many teleseries that's about to get made about Kai Sotto, like the MMK series that he's about to have, not just about himself, but his dad, his mom, his grandma, like everybody in his family is about to get an MMK series, because I think they did the same thing with Pacquiao. All in all, I think we just gotta pump our brakes when it comes to Kai Sotto being an NBA player or the best player in Asia or whatever that case may be. Let that young man live. He's still 22 years old and he has a lot of life ahead of him. Like, he still might be able to make it to the NBA, maybe around 25, but it really just depends on him. Or maybe he's just happy in Japan making, you know, he's making a lot of money in Japan, so maybe he's just content with that, and he might just want to be the best player in Japan history. I don't know, we'll see. But what about you guys? What do you guys think about Kai Sotto's overall situation and all this hate that he's receiving, you know, sometimes on a daily basis? You think this is healthy for him? This is a bad thing for him? You know, let me know, comment down below and let's make this a conversation. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and we will see you on the next video.